went from Leeds to United. It's like, what was it?
If
Someone
I'm
find
Leeds,
out the fee first. What was the fee?
if I'm Leeds, I'm saying you owe me more money.
You owe me 100.
Yeah, I don't care.
Because he literally turned that club around. It was him, wasn't it?
Cantona, you've got to say 130s. What he was doing, mate. Some of them dinks. You're scared to do that now, players.
Couldn't do that.
You'd be scared to try a dink now, like they used to back then.
He'd probably get banned for life for that kick now. That kick of the Crystal Palace fan.
Oh, yeah.
He got banned for life.
Yeah, right, police. Back of the van.
Thank God.
Back of the van.
He was doing time.
Yep,
He
straight
was
in
doing
there.
time.
No barriers.
Gone. Absolutely gone. Straight back to France. Juninho. The little magician. Middlesbrough Juninho.
He was very special.
What a player. I don't think we'd seen anything like that until he came.
Yeah.
Like, he just came.
And the one at Leon as well, free kick.
Juninho.
Coming over. Everyone was surprised when he signed. I was a kid.
B6 setting. B180, Speedbird 190 kilo. B6 setting.
Isn't that just a Brazilian? It makes sense, but you put it.
You're probably looking at 80s, I don't know. I'm not saying over 100.
It's saying over 100 for Juninho.
No,
He
it's
started for Brazil.
Yeah, but when I'm looking at that players, I'm
Didn't he
saying...
get them to 2 finals? Got them to 2 finals, didn't he? League Cup and I think they lost both, but then they got relegated.
I'm just looking at like...
No, fair.
Yeah, I think 80s, yeah.
Fair. JJ Okocha.
Oh, wow.
So good that ending to
Nigerian. I've been watching him. There's my parents Nigerian in the house. Underrated. He was popping it through. He was making people and flicking over their heads and enjoying life. Wasn't he?
You're right. You know what I'm saying? He would be sub immediately.
Oh, yeah.
He would be like, no way. We'd be able to do that today.
Can't. Because remember seeing that a couple of seasons ago, it was Richarlison. I think it was Brennan Johnson that absolutely booted him. Spurs v Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Speedbird 190 kilo.
Easy.
190 degrees, Speedbird 190 kilo. 0, level 5, Lambourne, 225 knots in clean. Heading off an Apple 270, 178, 9 with Chile.
I'm just talking to me because I look like
Where do you see
Clean and we'll go 30 kilo.
Hazard by far the best footballer.
Okay.
240 degrees, just have the slope lines of runway 2 to right, Speedbird 190 kilo.
Salah's going to go win you more games. So who do you have in your team? Because his numbers are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But technically, dribbling Hazard definitely.
Right, next right pass, Speedbird 190 kilo.
If he had Ronaldo level of dedication,
I know, he went to Real Madrid.
about 2 stone and then he said enough's enough. Don't blame him, to be fair.
Good time.
Yeah. All right, stick with us. When we come back, we're going to preview the World Match Play of Darts. Remember, it's live on TalkSport 2 today.
105,
TalkSport with Motorpoint. New car, same day delivery. Available on all cars. Book a test drive today. Flexibly?
Yes, smart meter owners could get rewarded for moving their energy use, like doing the laundry at off-peak times.
So, splits?
No, Albert, nobody wants to see that.
1011,
Availability vary. Consumer action required. Reward schemes and tariffs available to selected customers from selected suppliers. Car owners, you could be owed thousands in compensation. If you bought a car in finance from 2007 onwards, it may have been sold with hidden commissions. Text SPORT to 86688. My Claim Group. Authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. You don't need to use a CMC. You can claim direct to your lender and the Financial Ombudsman for free. Text SPORT to 86688. Claims made simple.
Guess what? There's a summer sale.
Right, 180 degrees direct, 201.
On clothing, footwear, bikes, fishing, riding. I'm going before they sell out. With your membership £5, T's and C's apply. Go outdoors. Discover freedom.
I'm an accountant. Even when I stop working, my brain doesn't. You know, I'll be halfway through dinner thinking about VAT returns. Then I started using Sage Copilot's VAT Assistant. It flags errors before I hit submit, so that's one less thing to worry about.
40 years of HMRC expertise, supporting accountants like Josh from Yeomans, Harrison and Associates Limited. That's more than artificial intelligence, that's authentic intelligence. Search Sage Copilot to learn more. T's and C's apply.
Talk sport traffic.
In Bedfordshire, the M1 is still shut northbound from junction 11 to junction 13 at Bedford. That's after in Wiltshire, the M4 eastbound is partly blocked. That's by
Good evening, antenna 5, sound heavy. It is heading 990. Season level 90, speed 250, kilo.
The A10, that's main road, that's been shut after a collision near the erection.
Wagamama Way.
Leaving Lambourne, heading 270 degree, antenna 5, 1.
You forgot your lunch. Again.
Alright, I've got a sweet chili salad for you.
Cheers.
And here's the chicken ramen.
Right, tell me.
Wagamama.
Tonight from 7, hear the world's biggest players battle it out for the coveted Bill Taylor Trophy. For the BBC World Match Play Darts 2025. He's had it again! Tonight from 7, live on Talk Sport 2.
Talksport added a replay, Gabby and Bond Horror Motorpoint. Thousands of cars, all at unbeatable prices. Guaranteed. Just head to Motorpoint. Credit UK for more details. Still to come live and bring you the team news from the Lionesses Euro semi-final against Italy. Will Adjuman start? That's all our people are asking. But just quickly, David Wire's team will hold an internal inquest after a gathering was held at the family home hours before his fight against Alexander Usyk. And England's women are currently in one-day international action against India. Georgie Heath is watching for Talksport.
Yeah, England currently 93 for 2 after just over 20 overs.
60 degrees to the 5-5 Charlie Lima.
It's just edging towards her half century, but at the moment, well, India look like they are in the driving seat. They set England a whopping 319 as their target. And England, yes, they haven't lost any more wickets, but they're not really going to need to up the ante if they want to win this game and try and win this series. But at the moment, India on top, England 94 for 2 after 20.
Following on from 7 o'clock, you can hear live commentary of the Lionesses European Championship semi-final against Italy. But if darts is your thing, of course it's your thing. It must be the fastest growing sport in this country.
Yes.
Honestly.
That's a bit of it.
Must be, innit? All right, then you're in luck. Over on TalkSport 2 from 7 o'clock, you can hear live commentary from night 4 of the World Match Play Darts. Let's look ahead to what we can expect as we're joined by former Match Play semi-finalist and TalkSport commentator, one of the best in the biz, Chris Mason. Chris, how are you, my man? Good evening, Chris. I'm very good, Eddie. How are you? Not bad at all. All right, let's start by looking back on last night's first round action. Darren Price, as he does, always lively on stage. As well, doesn't he? It's like he wants to really test everyone's mettle a little bit.
We have our first push of the versus.
Mentally, I look at him as one of the strongest players on tour. It's a bit feisty, isn't it, at stage?
Yeah, and he's known for being a bit feisty, but what he's been doing of late is controlling his emotions. He sort of stays within a zone that he can control, so he doesn't have these massive spikes of adrenaline, and then he's got to try and play through it. So he's normally a lot calmer until the end, but yeah, we have a bit of sportsmanship and a bit of gamesmanship, and Daryl Gurney was was pushing his buttons, let's put it that way, and in the end he let him know what he thought about that. But the right man won, and that's the most important thing.
Chris, I know some people disagree, but I like to see when players aren't getting on in sport and it's happening in darts. I don't mind it, but what's it like in the locker rooms? Is there security back there? Or?
Yeah, listen, in my day there was a lot more of it. You know, you should have passion. When you're playing sport and you should be passionate. That's what it's all about. And as long as as long as it doesn't spill over and it's not, you know, it can look bad and not a good look for the kids, because we're having a lot more kids playing now. So you have to be a bit more careful. And the sport's more accessible. Things like this, Talk Sport and social media and Facebook and everything else that's about. So you've got to be a little bit careful, but I'm with you guys. I want them to play with a bit of spirit. Let's put it that way.
There's some interesting games tonight. The one that stands out immediately is Stephen Bunting versus Gary Anderson, which I think is going to be a corker. Obviously, James Wade in action as well. You always watch him. But Bunting versus Gary Anderson's a great game.
Yeah, game of the night for me. And Bunting's already tried to poke the bear already, saying that Gary Anderson was a better player 4 or 5 years ago, trying a little bit of mind games, which I think might backfire, because in the last 12 months, Gary Anderson has produced personal best numbers.
Phone's going mad.
And he's looking likely than later, but yeah, game of the night for me.
Chris, when you were playing, when people try
It's
to
better.
it's only become a big sport. It's been a big sport.
Don't know what was happening there.
But it's almost becoming, I think, the fastest growing sport around the world now. But I was in the US the other day and they were talking about going crazy about it. Has it surprised you just how much it's blown up over the last few years?
Yeah, I'm absolutely devastated. Darts was at Madison Square Garden, the home of my favourite sport, boxing. So you can imagine how I feel now, sort of stood on the sidelines. But yeah, it was the Fallon factor, of course, Fallon Sherritt, the young girl that made such dramatic waves at the Alexandra Palace, and then of course the introduction of Luke Littler, who's really just taken the game global and put a different eyes on our sport. I suppose with the sport that we love, Addy, it'd be sort of what Jake Paul's done in boxing. He's just putting different eyes on the sport.
Yeah, it certainly has. Chris, enjoy it.
Thank you,
Should
Chris.
be fun. Hopefully, no fights on stage.
Will do. Speak soon, lads.
Cheers, mate.
Top man.
All right, remember, still to come. We are going to bring you team news from the Lionesses Euros semi-finals against Italy. But first, it's time for No Good. Love this. All right, ahead of England versus Italy tonight, we want to know, can you name the 3 male players who've scored the most goals for Italy at World Cups? Nice and easy. Can you, I say that's not actually. Can you name the 3 male players who've scored the most goals for Italy at World Cups? Answer when we come. Go on, go on.
Roberto Baggio.
Maybe.
Drive on Talksport with Motorpoint. Thousands of cars, all at unbeatable prices, guaranteed. See motorpoint.co.uk for details.
Talksport Bet. If you want to flutter, punters know it's the only place to go. Cause you get the form and the latest odds across your sync devices. Plus weekly bet boost prices. Win big jackpots from the classic only slot. Talksport Bet, the broadcast bonus bookie, keeping you on track with all the sporting stats. People chasing, even title races, looking up the gold stands. You know, Talksport Bet is the app that doesn't work. It's the only place to go.
Carwin, you could be owed thousands in compensation. If you bought a car on finance from 2007 onwards, it may have been sold with hidden commissions. Text 4 to 86688. Now Cambridge, authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. You don't need to use the CNC. You can phone direct to your lender and the Financial Ombudsman for free. Text 4 to 86688.
Screwfix Sprint delivers from store to door in as little as 20 minutes. Just like buying your own kit, we're a two-time superhero. Faster than you could get to Screwfix and back, we'll be racing through town like delivery ninjas. While you're drilling, cutting, creating, we'll learn exactly what you need before you can say, where's your screws? Screwfix Sprint, delivering in as little as 20 minutes. Just £4.99 only on the app.
Conditions and geographical restrictions apply. Selected products.
This week on Morrison's Market Street, our weekly specials are full of British showstoppers, perfect for getting the family round. Pick up a tender British silver-sided beef, now £12.66 a kilo. Or juicy ribeye steak, now £25.50 a kilo. That's big flavour, top cuts and prices that don't bite. Fresh from Market Street. Majority of stores subject to availability. Online may vary. Excludes Morrison's Daily. Silverside beef was £19 per kilo. Ribeye steak was £32.50 per kilo. Ends 27th of July.
Burger time. I think.
Fantastic Four first down.
Your planet is not forgotten.
We will protect you. Epic formal. The British Square. Each other. Marvel Studios The Fantastic Four. Through cinema Thursday, July 24. Look for this now.
Good evening, just coming up to 6:30 here on Talksport. Listen to Drive with Adrian Avipo and Gabriel Bongo. Following us from 7 o'clock, the big one. Adrian Byrne does a live commentary for the Lionesses' World semi-final against Italy. Should be a cracking game. Don't forget as well that Alan Brazil returns tomorrow from 6 o'clock with Talksport Breakfast. At Big Hours, former Premier League midfielder Kevin Nolan alongside him. You don't want to be much. I love your shows with you and Big Hour.
Big Al, yeah.
I feel like you wind each other up.
Well, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
With his custard creams. Walking in at 5 to 6 with
Custard
a
creams.
quarter of a pack as well. Like, at the 3/4 of the pack in a taxi on the way over. Mad
All right, still to come on Drive. We are going to head to Switzerland to speak to the main man, Adrian Durham. But first, it's time for the news headlines with Emma Smith.
Talk Sport News.
Thanks, Eddie. Good evening. The family of Kusama actor say they'll never forgive the monster that killed her after her husband was sentenced to at least 28 years in prison for her murder. She was stabbed by Habiba Masoom in April last year while she pushed their baby in a pram in Bradford. Sentencing Masoom, Mr Justice Cotter said he showed no remorse.
I'm sure that you can be properly described as violent, jealous, controlling and coercive, with a firmly held view that your wife was not your equal and should do what you told her to do.
Next, junior doctors in England are definitely going ahead with 5 days of strikes on Friday. The BMA says talks with the Health Secretary haven't gone anywhere. A man who dreamt of being like James Bond's been found guilty of trying to spy for Russia. 65-year-old Howard Phillips from Harlow in Essex handed over personal details about his then MP, Sir Grant Shapps, to undercover MI5 agents. He claimed he was done with 9-to-5 life after burning through his retirement savings. And craft beer company Brewdog are closing 10 bars, including their flagship pub in Aberdeen and 3 in London. Bosses say rising costs, tougher regulations and economic pressures are to blame.
Talk Sport with Bostik. If you need a professional grade sealant with high mold resistance, easy tooling and minimal shrinkage, choose Bostik Pro Sealants.
A decision on Palace's European involvement will be made public by the 11th of August, and Serena Wiegmann calls on England to be better on the ball to counter Italy's attacking game. Max has more at 7.
The Talk Sport app. Yeah, it's the Talk Sport app. Swipe left for Talk Sport 2. And hit a hole-in-one with live PGA Tour Golf. Swipe right for Talk Sport. With the all-new Superstar Breakfast featuring Alan Brazil, Jeff Stelling, Ali McCoy, and the other guy. Give your phone the finger to Talk Sport. What are you waiting for? Download it from your app store now.
Like the M1, but without the speed restrictions. Your Sport Drive.
Good evening, this is Drive, Addy and Gabby. Remember the question before the break. Can you name the 3 male players who have scored the most goals for Italy at World Cups? I think a lot of people would have said Del Piero in that list. No?
No, I want to go back.
Back further.
Roberto
Baggio. How good was he? Hey, how good was he? How good was the man they called Bobo as well? Christian Vieri.
I said that, didn't I, on
You
the
did
break?
say Christian Vieri, to be fair. You
Didn't
got,
get the
two, you didn't get the third one. Paolo Rossi. Don't blame me. 9 goals each at World Cups. What's that? That's a lot.
I used to love Del Piero though. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Pro Evolution.
Just
Back in the day.
You're gonna say Juventus or
Pro
like
Evo,
Pro
mate, on the PlayStation. Del
was
Piero.
so good.
Cut in top corner. Just Totti Del Piero.
levels. Problem. Right, following us from 7 o'clock, Adrian Durham hosts live commentary of England against Italy in the semi-finals of the Women's European Championship, and he joins us. I don't know how Adrian Durham's got any space left in his passport. He's got two. He's got two passports. Okay, makes sense. Hey, how are you, my man?
Good evening, Adrian.
The secret is out. I told you never to tell anybody.
Sorry, sir.
No, listen, it's. I'm actually getting really nervous. I've been nervous about this one since the Sweden game, and any wonder the way that game went. But Italy, they've got a goal scorer. I don't know. It just feels like on paper England should win it. But you just never know with this Lionesses side. You don't know which one's going to turn up. You cannot predict with any kind of confidence that they will definitely win the game.
Adrian, I watched the game against Sweden with my eldest daughter. I just thought that we struggled with the pace of Sweden, especially Blackstenius with her goal that she took very well. But a lot of mistakes. Looked quite nervous in that first half, England.
Well, I mean, you say nervous. I thought, Gabby, it looked more like they were overconfident. They were very sloppy. I wondered about the game face, and maybe you could tell me more about this.